Hey everyone, today I want to show you a formula where you can use it to extract the first, the second, any word you want from a string in Excel. So for example, I'm going to type in there are 4 words, and you can see it's brought back the first, the second, third and last words out of that cell. This will also work even if there aren't actually 4 words or if there's more than 4 words in the cell. So for example, I'll just type in 2 words. And you can see it's going to work with text or numbers. And I'll press enter and it's brought back the first and second word, also the last word, which is the second word in this case. So it's a really handy formula. It's really easy to use. And it is a current new formula that Excel has released. So it might not be in your version if you've got an older version of Excel, but don't worry. I've got some other videos here and I'll put the link in the description below. And these particular videos will work for all versions of Excel, not just this newer version and this new formula that Excel has released. So let's get started and show you how this works. So let's get started with the first word. So let's type in that comment again. There are 4 words. And this time we're going to use the equals text before function. We're going to search in cell A4, comma. We're looking for a space. So a space in between those double quotation marks. You can use a comma or a dash or anything that you're looking for as that delimiter, but this instance we're looking for a space. And it's asking how many times you want to look for the space before you try and extract the words. So if I put 2 in there and close the brackets, it's going to give me everything before the second space. But we wanted the first word, so we'll change that to a 1. There is a little bit of a trick here though. If we change the text to just have 1 word without any spaces in there, this formula is looking for a space and it's giving you everything before it, but there is no space, so it's bringing back an error. But the formula has something to change for this. So what it's going to do here is I'm going to press comma after that 1. It's going to ask if it's case sensitive. Do you care if it's capital letters or not? We don't really care about that, so we're going to press comma again. And now we've got this don't match to end or match to end. So what this is saying is if it doesn't find a space, it's going to bring back an error. But if you put 1 instead, what it will do is just assume that it's gone right to the end of the word. If there are no spaces, we'll bring back everything anyway. So let's type in that 1. And now we can press enter and it's brought back the first word, whether it has 1 word, 2 word or 5 words in there. And there you go. Okay, so now the next one we're going to find, this time we're going to find the last word. And we're going to use the opposite function. So instead of text before, we're going to look at text after. Equals text after. Open bracket. Now we're looking in A4 again. Comma. We're looking for that space. Comma. And we want all the words after the third space. So we can type in 3 here. And it's brought it back. But if we change this again to say 2 words, it's looking for that third space and there isn't a third space, so it's bringing back an error. So in this instance, what we're going to do, instead of typing 3, you can actually do negative values. And what that does is it looks for the space from the other end of the word, or the other end of the text, so from the right hand side. So in this instance, we're going to go and type in -1. And now it's going back across from the right and finding the first space from the right hand side and bringing you everything after. So again, I'll type in there are 4 words and it's going to bring back the last word. So it doesn't matter how many words are there. If you put this -1, it's going to always try and find the space before and get the last word. But we have to remember the same thing we did just before. If we have just 1 word, what this last formula is going to do is it's going to try and find that space from the right hand side. And if there's no space, it's going to bring back an error. So we have to go back into the formula, press comma, go through to the way where it says don't match to end or match to end, and we change this to match to end. And now we can press enter, and it's going to bring it back. It's just that little error fixer that makes sure that the word comes through whether it finds a space or not. Okay, so lastly we're going to find any word within the cell, whether it's the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 100th. So this time we'll use the 3rd word. And I'll show you how to break this down because we have to combine those 2 formulas together. So let's type in that original comment. There are 4 words. And in this instance, what we're going to do is type in equals text after, open bracket. We're going to search for A4, comma, we're looking for the space, and we're looking for the text after the second space. So what we'll do is we'll close that. So now we've got this new comment, which is eliminated those first two words. It's brought back the last couple of words. So now we need to find and combine the other formula to get it from here. So I'll show you how that's done. It seems complicated, but it really isn't. So what we'll do is equals text before. We'll look at this new cell, which is D4, comma, we're looking for that space, comma, and we're going to go -1. We're going to find that word, that's the space from the right hand side. So -1. And we're going to make sure we get that error, we pick up that error, so we're going to go through those commas and go to that match to end and press that 1. Close the brackets, and now you can see that it's brought back the third word. Now how do we put it all into one formula? Very, very simple. So instead of just having the text after, what we're going to do is put the text before that formula. So instead of searching for the cell A4, we've already got what we're searching in. We're searching in that other formula that we're nesting in here, comma, and we're looking for that space, comma, -1, we're looking for the word from the right hand side, comma, and we're going to go back, make sure that we put that match to end in there, very important, type in the 1 and close the bracket. And now that we've got the third word. And there we go, let's test it out with 2 words. Okay, well there aren't any there isn't a third word, so it's bringing back an error here. It's bringing back the first and the last word. Now in this instance, we want to just make sure that we eliminate any errors because there aren't any third word in there. So we'll just put in the old simple if error, open brackets, and at the end, comma, we're just going to bring back a space. So all that's doing is saying if that formula that we produced before is producing an error, we'll just bring back a space, make it empty. Otherwise, leave the formula as it is. And there you go. I'll just delete that other one. So now we've got 2 words, bring back the second and the last word. Let's go. This is 4 words. There you go. It's bringing back the first, the third, and the last word. So there you go. As you can see, it's pretty simple, and once you get used to it, it'll be a lot quicker for you. You can use this for the second word, the 5th word, the 100th word. Just change that formula that we did for that third word. Okay, see you next time.